Alrighty, folks, we're going to outline a framework of how you can secure a proven business model that replaces your income. We are going to have this conversation with Bo Eckstein, which I refer to as these concierge to small business lending. Someone who's created a website just for you to book a call, aka onerentalmeeting.com. But now he is launching this framework to help all of you understand how you can replace your income. Bo, where does this framework start?
All right. So the topic is own a proven business that replaces your salary without starting from scratch. Okay. And
I like it.
Step one, research business models. Start by exploring various business models to find one that aligns with your goals, interests, and financial potential. We actually help with that through our scientific process of using our Zoracle profile, which is the business assessment. And I'm actually plugging in a new system, which is called Colby. And Colby is another assessment. I like the Colby a lot too. So I'm pulling these two together. I'm actually going to get certified on Colby because I like it that much. This lady, Kathy Colby, created it. And it tells you exactly, my score was a 7283. And it's really fun to see. And what you realize is what I like about Kathy's teaching, do what you're good at. And like everybody tries to fight and do stuff they're not good at, right?
Yeah.
And she's like,
well,
no, do stuff you're good at.
Yeah. So there's a couple things. Again, I just love communicating with my audience. So first and foremost, onerentalmeeting.com, that link you see on the screen is how you book a call. So how can Bo can help you with step one. But let's go one step further. How can I take a Colby and then we'll go over it and share the answers with my community about who I am. So you're a 74321 or whatever it was. We'll figure out what I am, and it'll be fun to go through and have a couple of different samples.
Yeah, well, the Colby, they charge you. So
That's okay.
If you guys,
I think I can afford it. I think I can afford it.
If you go to, I'll send you a link to the Colby website. Okay. It's like $55, but it's well worth it. But essentially, once I'm certified, I'll be able to potentially
maybe we'll wait till you're certified and then you can.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Save you $55. You can take that money and buy me some sushi.
Okay, done.
So
all right, what's step two? Sorry, I digress.
Yeah. Create your buy box, right? Just like you teach in one rental at a time. We're going to create a buy box from all this conversations that you have with myself or somebody on my team or somebody you're working with. And you do the assessments, and then we figure out what your work schedule looks like, what your financial capabilities are. That's step two. Step three, get pre-qualified for SBA financing. Figure out what's realistic for your capabilities. Number four, you're going to refine your buy box, adjust your buy box based on what you've learned during the research and pre-qualification process to ensure it aligns with realistic opportunities. And some of us don't have much cash, so find an investor that would be willing. Maybe it's a gift from a family member. Maybe get an investor that owns less than 20% and says, hey, I like you. I trust you. I'll invest in your business. I'll own 19% and I'll put up the 50 grand, whatever, right? We can figure that out. Next is choose a business model that fits your W-2 job, right? Because the idea is that we're going to get you out of W-2, but we're not going to put you in harm's way. So we want a business that you can run semi-absentee. And then step 7 is maintain your W-2 job until you're at 80% of your salary. At that point, with the tax benefits, you're pretty much making the same money. Step 8 is build financial reserve. So before you quit, you're going to build a reserve from your W-2. So I want to see 6 to 9 months of reserves before you quit the job. Step 9, leave W-2 job. Step 10, scale your business. Okay. And then step 11, as you're going, now you have 2 years of track record. We're going to get 100% financing to expand that business into additional territories or markets, right? As long as it's in the same NAICS, we can get up to 100% financing. Step 11, expand by buying another franchise or location or potentially a complementary business. So I own a painting company. Now I'm going to own a flooring company. Okay, now cash flow is starting to pour in. And then what do? Then revert back to one rental at a time book, and you take that extra cash flow and you buy one rental at a time, 1 or 2 rentals every year. Those are going to be your long-term wealth building, right? Because we need an operating business that to create the cash flow, give you more tax write-offs. And also, as you have the W-2, the nice thing is if you're buying stuff that you can write off, like trucks and equipment and things, you can get more cash flow from the W-2 income because you're paying less in taxes. You're going to offset some of that potentially. I'm not a CPA, but you'll check on that. Step 13. Now that you have 2 years of time in business, we're going to go buy a building. Okay. We're going to house hack. We're going to house hack a building.
I was really hoping this was in there. I was really
Yeah.
hoping this is awesome. I love this. Go ahead.
So now, yeah, we're going to house hack this building. Our business, per SBA guidelines, we need to occupy 51% of the space. That's fine. We'll do that. The goal would be for that sublease space to cover as much as debt, if not all the debt possible of that SBA loan.
Cheat code to wealth right there.
Okay, now step 13, cost segregation on the building. Also additional section 179 where applicable. Now we get even more write-offs. We take those write-offs, we increase our cash flow. We buy one more rental at a time. Step 14, set up a solo 401k or self-directed retirement account. Now we're stacking, we're building a self-directed vehicle that we can park into other people's deals. We can buy real estate within our self-directed retirement account. We can be very creative. Now we have more control of our future. And then, of course, invest in more and more rentals because we know that's a surefire way to get wealthy over a long period of time. And that cycle continues. And that is the triangle method explained, supercharged with one rental at a time, bolted in.
Yeah. I love this for lots of reasons. One is it starts with kind of doing research. It leads right into a buy box. You've also added in timing elements, the 2 years of tax returns. You've added in house hacking a building. You've talked about growing territories with 100% financing in complementary businesses. You've really painted a vision of folks where they can go with this. And probably most importantly to W-2 owners, you don't even quit your job for like the first 8 steps or 9 steps, right? So it's not pushing this burn the boats, go all in, which is just not right for most people. I understand it's right for some people, but I don't think it's right for most people. We're very risk averse. A lot of people, myself included, are employees, not entrepreneurs. So we may want to take a shot, but we want to do it safely. And, again, the whole framework, you don't even quit your job for a long time. So I love that. I love the reserve, the 80% of income. It's all safe, but also shows a trajectory or growth. So pretty well done. Nice work.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a great roadmap, a great framework to start thinking about. This something like this might be the second book I write. We have a book coming out probably in the next 3 months.
Wow,
and it's called,
congratulations.
it's called Paycheck to Freedom. And it's why everyone should own a business, essentially, the compiling tax advantages. This is why everybody needs to own a business. I think the writing's on the wall. If you look around, right, the wealthy own business and real estate. And so you can get ahead as a W-2 employee, as a high paid W-2 employee, but you're not going to reap all the rewards. And now more than ever, there's people getting displaced because of AI. I'm having these conversations and the guy just told me, I forgot where he worked, but it's like, yeah, I got displaced because I got laid off because of AI. So we're going to have more and more of these conversations. So take initiative. And you might not be an entrepreneur at heart, but you can learn, right? If you're coachable. The nice thing about franchises, I don't want to toot the horn about franchises, but you find a system that you have coaches ongoing, because I have a coach. Everybody needs a coach. People join One Rental community because they want coaching. They want to be around other like-minded people. They want to be inspired. They want to ask questions. And if you stay in those communities, you're not going to fail, right? As long as you take action, you won't fail. So find a community. I know it's a scary thing. I just got off a phone with another, he was probably, I think he's an ORET guy too. And he's been looking at franchises, and he's a tech guy. And I think he got downsized. He crushes it, $350 a year type guy. And he's looking at franchises. He's non-committal at this time. But he's like, well, I could just go back to being a W-2, and he can. But I know, if he can build a courage of look, you can do this. And a lot of these business models, once you build out the infrastructure and you put a little bit of sweat equity in the beginning, you can step back a little bit. You're not going to be in the day-to-day if you learn these leadership skills. So leadership skills are important. But you can learn all these things. Like you invest and like learn about EOS system, the entrepreneur operating system. Like there's people that help you implement that in your business. So that's what a lot of people do when they don't have those skill sets. So like taking the Colby and you go, hey, your follow through sucks. So what do? You figure out how to fix that constraint in your business, because everybody has constraints. And if once you realize that, and once you realize the power of leverage, that's how people become ultra wealthy. Like everybody has the same time in the day, but because Zuber was thoughtful back in the day and said, hey, I'm going to make money in my W-2 and I'm just going to be conservative. I'm going to just keep on stacking real estate. You were financially free at 45 because you paid your dues, right? Like if everybody, you didn't have to be like super smart. You just had to be
disciplined. Yeah.
Disciplined, right? Disciplined, like buy real estate that cash flows, and then let it harvest the equity and buy more. And then at some point, take the non-performing assets and 1031 exchange them into better performing assets, defer taxes till you die. And you did, you're basically living proof of the American dream, right? And so, it's sometimes for people watching, they're, wow, I don't know if I can get to 180 doors like Zuber did, right? And you don't need to, because if you have probably 10 doors, at the time you retire, you're going to be in such a good position. So if you're a little bit late in life, meaning you're 45, 50, and you're like, you can still do one run all the time. But what I'm proposing here is if you're kind of burnt out and you're far from retirement, you might want to look at an operating business as well to supercharge this whole equation.
Yeah. Well, I think it all starts with a phone call, right? I think everybody needs to go to runrentalmeeting.com. Again, take these initiatives, figure out what's right for you. That's where it is. Step one of the framework is figure out what is right for you. And by that means what's not right for you. Then you can go and look at a buy box and go deeper from there. But it starts with a phone call. I do agree with you. I think there's a lot of displacement and changes coming because of AI. And maybe it's the right time to look at this stuff now before the layoffs come, so that you can start building and have a plan B, as opposed to getting that notice and being forced into a plan B. Better be prepared than not prepared. Again, Bo, onerentalmeeting.com, correct?
You got it. Yep.
All right, buddy. Take care. We'll see you this weekend, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
There you go. Thanks, bud.